And welcome back, everyone, to Pokemon Team Creation Series. This one comes to us from Gamer Forever, who had asked a while back to do Wednesday Addams, and also pretty much added the rest of the Addams family to it, so we're on Morticia today. Morticia Addams, obviously, is the mother of Wednesday and Pugsley Addams, the wife of Gomez Addams, and she's the matriarch of the Addams family. And so, what is a Pokemon team for her going to look like? Morticia's a kind of... I've always liked Morticia. Like, look... At my age now, as a guy in his early 30s, I look at the Addams family and I think, well, back when I was in my teens, I would have been all over. What's her name? Wow, I am blanking completely on the girl who plays Wednesday in the Wednesday show's name. Why am I forgetting? She was just on Hot Ones recently. It's really bugging me out. Actually, I know I'm gonna look it up. Wednesday. Wednesday. What's her name? Wednesday, starring Jenna Ortega. That's it. Back maybe in my late teens, early 20s, I would have been all over that. But as I get older, I'm like, no, I'm all over Morticia now. Like, hey, that she's not big in that family. Now, age Wednesday up to Morticia age, and now we can talk. But yeah, give Jenna Ortega another, I don't know, 5, 10. I mean, she's in her 20s, but give her another 10, not even 10, 5 years, and then she'd be on my radar, because then I'd be pushing oh, she's only 20 years old. Oh, holy crap. No, well, you know what? Give her another 10 years. Give her another 10 years, and then we can talk, hey, you single? Until then, though. Anyway, I digress. So let's get on to it. With Wednesday, I put in I believe it's Gothorita on the team. This was because Wednesday was a teenager. She did not deserve a Gothitelle, I thought, nor did she deserve the Gothitelle. I believe that is the first stage's name. But I believe she deserved the middle stage. However, I mentioned in that video that if I did Morticia, a Gothitelle would be on the team. And this just makes the most sense. It is very much the goth design Pokemon. It looks a bit more closer to Wednesday's in terms of design, technically, because you got the bows on there. But no, this would certainly be on Morticia's team. Add on to the fact that Morticia does, in fact, have some supernatural abilities. Like Wednesday, she does have some telepathic, psychic abilities, normally to like see positive outcomes in the future, things along those lines. So a psychic type does make sense on the team. Add on to the fact that she's also, I think due to her ability to do seances and her ability to gaze into the future, I put a Miss Magius on the team. Again, kind of the witch motif. Pokemon would probably also be on Mama Addams' team. Grandma Addams, which I believe is actually Gomez's mother, not her mother, because both her parents are deceased. But I still think that would make sense for a individual who can conduct seances and communicate with spirits. And because I remember from the cartoon movie that came out a while ago, because of tea and seance, a poltergeist, because she's also a classy lady and enjoys a cup of tea now and then. But what better than a little teapot ghost? Not the newest one, the matcha ghost, poltergeist, not that one. Which, by the way, just to comment on that real quick, while I really like that in concept, that makes more sense in my opinion for a regional variant, a grass ghost. My assumption when it came to convergent species was that they mirrored the design of the Pokemon they evolved convergently with, but did not mirror the typing, because the first two we had typings completely opposite of the original two, with Wugtrio and Toedscruel and Toadstool. But with Poltergeist, it's still a ghost type. So that just, in my mind, speaks regional variant, not convergent species. That's my little gripe. What do you think on that? But anyway, so yeah, that goes with the whole psychic seance thing. But also, she's a master fencer. When you're talking about fencing and someone who's a little morbid, a ghost sword would make a lot of sense. So a Honedge would be on the team. Hell, they'd probably get a kick out of draining each other's life forces with their swords. And the Honedge just be like, cool, yeah. Last but not least, though, there's another thing about Morticia that's very important. She's actually got a strong hand in botany, particularly carnivorous plants. And I'm like, okay, immediately I know two that come to mind. What else other options do I have here? And shockingly, I do mean that shockingly, when you actually think of a mon designed after a carnivorous plant, you have Victory Bell and you have Carnivine. That's it. I could not find any other grass mon, that is based off a carnivorous plant. Now, the argument is, well, these are really your only two carnivorous plants, pitcher plants and Venus flytraps. First off, that's actually not true. There are other carnivorous plants out there. But even if that was the case, you can still do more designs than that based off those concepts. The reason for that is Ekans and Arbok are snakes, yet we still get snake designs. We still get rodent designs. We still have one or two different rabbit-based designs, monkey designs. You can continue the designs past the single first design. That's all I'm saying. But as it stands, yeah, this, I think, is the team for Morticia Addams. Nothing amazing. It's definitely not the most balanced team. You got two pure ghost types, one psychic, one ghost steel. In fact, the only dual typings you have are Honedge, which isn't even fully evolved. If it were Aegislash, should be a lot bigger of a threat. And Victory Bell, which is a grass poison type. So the question now becomes, how balanced is the team? Not that well balanced. Dark types would run through this with team pretty hard. Because even with that steel type, it's still, Honedge is not a fully evolved mon, so a dark type is still going to do massive amounts of damage. Ghost types also are going to be a problem because Psychic is weak to Ghost and Ghost is weak to Ghost. So that's another problem this team has. Now, granted, half the team does have immunities. In fact, I believe Carnivine also has Levitate with it, so that gives them immunity over ground types. Not that that really matters much. It's a grass type to begin with, but still, it's got an immunity. And you got Miss Magus, which is, and you got two of these guys have two immunities, fighting and normal. One of these guys has a third immunity when it comes to poison. And it's one of its big weaknesses, fighting is because of the steel type is gone because of the ghost type. Again, if it were just fully evolved, they'd be a lot easier to deal with. Apart from that, though, I mean, fire types are going to wreak havoc. Actually, fire and ice types are going to wreak havoc on the two grass types. So, yeah, there are 2 to 3 main types that are really, really going to hurt this team. But otherwise, except for the Honedge, it is a fully evolved team. So it does have that advantage going towards it. I just don't see it really doing all that well as a Pokemon team. I'd say that her ace is most likely the Gothitelle because it's the one that I think is most representing of her. But that's just my opinion. This is the team I have created for Morticia Addams. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you folks next time.